We are living in an incredible time in the history of the kingdom of God.
我们活在神国历史中一个很奇妙、很刺激的时刻。
We are standing on the shoulders of those who have gone before us.
我们正站在已先舍身的巨人的肩膀上。
In order to understand how we got to this point,
为了明白我们为什么活在此时此刻，
Dr. Ron Boehme took us on a trip through time to learn from the example of the heroes of the faith who have preceded us.
贝博士带我们走过时间之旅，学习各个新兴伟人先贤的榜样。
Let's take a look at God's waves of salvation.
让我们一同看看神救赎的浪潮。
We're going to talk about God's waves of salvation in history.
我们要讲到上帝救赎的浪潮。
The heroes of the faith that have brought us to today.
我们会看到很多信心的英雄的事迹。
God uses water as a metaphor for a number of things.
上帝曾经用水来比喻很多的事物。
Especially for movements of His Holy Spirit.
特别是来比喻圣灵的工作。
What I'm about to tell you, very few Christians understand.
我要告诉你，很少基督徒理解的事情。
That in the last 300 years, there have been 3 waves of modern missions.
在过去300年间，有3波复兴的浪潮。
And the first wave went to the coastlands of the world.
第一波浪潮是发生在全世界的沿海国家地区。
A man named William Carey was an Englishman.
这个叫 William Carey 呢，他是一个英国人。
And he realized the church was not going to many of the unreached places in the world.
他真的是看到说教会应该去到那些还没有接触过福音的人群当中。
But William Carey got on a boat and he traveled to India.
当时这个 William Carey 他当时去到印度。
He spent 50 years trying to plant the gospel in India.
他花了50年的时间将福音带到印度。
And he worked primarily in the coastal areas.
他是在印度的那个海边的那些城市那边工作，
Because that's where most of the people were.
因为那个时候呢，大多数的人就住在那个海边的那地区，
And then many others began to do the same thing.
所以很多的其他宣教士也开始这样做，就在海边的那个地区开始工作。
This is called the first wave of modern missions.
这是现代宣教的第一个波浪。
But then after William Carey came another wave of missions.
William Carey 之后呢，有第二个波浪。
And I want to highlight 2 people who were a part of this.
这里我们看到有2个宣教士，
One was David Livingstone.
第一个我们很熟悉的就是戴德生。
Over his lifetime, he traveled all throughout Africa.
在他一生里面，就是他在那个沿海那边走了整个非洲。
He especially went into the interior regions of Africa.
进入了非洲的内地。不过他讲到是 David Livingstone。
And this was the heart of the second wave.
这是第二波浪的核心。
Moving from the coastal areas inland.
就是从海岸边的城市把福音传到内地里面去。
And because of that, people began to be missionaries into the inner parts of the continents.
就是因为他写了那些书本，别人读了之后，他们也得到呼召，就进入了非洲的中区里面去了。
Many followed his example and went to Africa.
很多人就跟着他的榜样去到非洲。
But others came to Asia, like Hudson Taylor.
其他的就跟着好像戴德生去到亚洲。
And so Hudson Taylor began to go into the interior parts of
不过
China.
他觉得他应该把福音带到中国的内地。
And over 100,000 Chinese had come to Christ.
那个时候有10万以上的中国人已信主了。
And that began to grow in many other parts of
就
Asia.
通过那个时候，他们2个宣教士很多的工作就开始在
And in
亚
all
洲
the
里
other
面，
continents as
还
well.
有其他的地方、其他国家。
But that brings us to the third wave of modern missions.
现在我们看的是宣教的第3波浪。
And that's the wave we call the wave to unreached peoples.
第3波浪是讲到未接触的人群。
And the missionaries in the 20th century came to understand something very important.
在20世纪的宣教士了解了一点，
That when the Bible said go into all the nations,
当圣经说去到列国的时候，
he was referring to all the ethnic groups of the world.
他是讲到群体，他不是讲到
Meaning,
国家。
we figured out there were actually 16,000 biblical nations.
有16000个不同的人群，
And a number of them had been reached,
有一部分的已经得着了，
but scores of thousands had
不过还
not.
有很多的这些少数民族是还没听到福音的。
And then there was one other very important person in this.
还有另外一个很重要的人物，
His name is Ralph Winter.
他的名字是 Ralph Winter。
It was in 1971 that he kind of coined the term unreached peoples.
是在1970年代的时候，他开始这个名称是未接触的人群。
There are about 2,000 of them we really need to reach.
有大概2000个少数民族是还没有得着的。
And especially about 500 of them have just no access at all to the gospel from any
其
standpoint.
中有500个是完全没有圣经、没有福音传到他们那边去。
That is the remaining challenge.
那是我们最后的一个挑战。
All these wonderful missionary waves have gone before.
那些浪潮，以前的浪潮已经开始了。
There was first of all kind of a small global wave.
就是开始好像一个很渺小的一个浪潮。
Then there was a second global wave.
第二个世界的浪潮在开始。
And the third one has been the biggest.
第三个就好像就很大的一个浪潮。
But God wants to bring one more.
不过神要有最后的一个第4个浪潮。
And that we believe will be the greatest wave of all time.
那会是宣教最大的一个浪潮。
So the key question becomes your part.
那关键的问题是我们是扮演什么角色？
Why did God bring you to salvation?
为什么神让我们认识他而得救？
Why is He giving you this information?
为什么他让我们知道这些信息？
To whom much is given, much is required.
当我们得到更多的时候，神也
I believe
要我们
your
付出更
generation
多。
was born for this moment.
我相信这个这个时代出世的是为了这个第4浪潮。
God knows the history.
神知道他那个历史，
And He's written your name into that story.
在他的故事里面有你的名字在里面，
He has a people for you to go to.
在你的名字里面，他有一个人群要你
A
过去，
people for you to pray for.
为他们祷告，
Talents He wants you to use.
让他使用。
And I believe that'll be a part of the fourth wave.
你们就是这个第4个浪潮里面的其中之一，
And maybe the last wave
可能也是最后的一个浪潮
that'll
了，
bring back the King. Amen?
就把耶稣接回来。
Would you stand up with me?
我们就站。
I hope you've been edified and encouraged through these short clips.
希望看过这些短片后，你会觉得被鼓励和有所得着。
And you can follow the links to download the full teachings in MP3.
如果你想下载完整的录音 MP3，你可以点击这个网址。
Now, don't forget to check out our website and Facebook page for regular updates.
记得要常到我们的网站和 Facebook 网页看最新的消息。
Bless you and goodbye.
祝福你，再见。